This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number one or number two in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per talk.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination.
We just broke our 100,000 units sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka.
Okay, Top Tribe, this week's winner of the $100 is Rich Jones. Okay, Rich Jones, he is stuck in corporate. He wants to break free. He's binging on the show. For your chance to win $100 every Monday morning, simply subscribe to the podcast right now on iTunes and then text the word Nathan to 33444 to prove that you did it. Top Tribe, you know I don't have a lot of time to waste. That's why I use FreshBooks to send out invoices and make sure I'm collecting my money. To get your free month, go to nathanlatka.com/FreshBooks and enter the top in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Nathan Latka here. This episode 614, and coming up tomorrow morning, you're going to learn from Shin Sakane. He's a father of 3 and 36 years old. They raised $75 million, and he's about to launch a $15,000 machine that folds your laundry. They did over $35 million in 2016 revenue with their best-selling item, a $120,000 carbon fiber golf club. It's unbelievable. They do laundry, golf clubs, nasal sprays. He's a genius. His company's called 7 Dreamers. They're based in Tokyo. You don't want to miss that episode tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. My name is Nathan Latka, and our guest today is Ted Olson. He's the CEO and co-founder of a company called Pendo, a product experience platform that helps product managers deliver successful products. Now, before Pendo, Todd served as VP of products at Rally Software Development, which he led through its public offering. Todd joined Rally via its acquisition of 6 Sense, the company he founded and served as president and CTO. Todd, are you ready to take us to the top?
Sounds good.
All right. You're like, what do you mean take us to the top? I'm lost. All right, good. So tell us first, what does Pendo do and how do you generate revenue? What's your business model?
We provide a solution to help companies building applications improve the experience. Very specifically, we help them gather intelligence on how people are using their product and then provide them the ability to message their users in-app to help educate their users on what's there and get them to value faster.
And is this, you keep using the word app, or is this just for mobile apps?
No. Primarily web applications, but I just mean software solutions, software products, things like that.
Okay. And help people, can you maybe tell a specific story of a customer that's currently using you and how they're using you?
Sure. I think a good example of someone who's using a company people have heard of is Optimizely. Optimizely uses us to, one, understand people who are in their trial flow and onboarding flow to help get up and running, start creating experiments. Their team can get insights into what people are doing and not doing, but also help guide people towards getting up and running faster.
Yep. Okay, great. And what is should people think about Intercom? Are you kind of in the same space as Intercom?
A little different. I think Intercom's focus is more around being a next generation communication platform. Think of our in-app messaging more like campaigns. Like let's launch a campaign to do guided tour when you log in. So onboarding, new feature announcements, those sorts of things are really more in our wheelhouse.
Got it. Great. And let's go back. And tell us how you make money. Is this a SaaS company?
It is. Yeah. Subscription. Yeah.
It's like everyone's a SaaS company these days. Everybody wants that predictable revenue, right?
It helps, right? It's better than unpredictable revenue.
Todd, I like that answer. That's good. So take us back more. Now that we kind of know what the business does, fill in the blanks in terms of the story. What year did you launch the company in?
Launched the company in 2013. I just wrapped up a tour of duty, so to speak, at Rally Software. I was with, as you heard from my bio, Rally Software from the time they acquired my company in late 2008, early 2009, through 2013, where we successfully had an IPO. After that...
What was that company again, Todd? The IPO, the one that IPO'd?
Rally, R-A-L-L-Y.
Oh, Rally Software. Okay.
Yep. And took some time off and started thinking of what I wanted to do next. And I was the VP of product at Rally. And one of my main pain points was around understanding how people use our product, what features they're using and not using, and frankly, getting people to use various aspects of our product. So we experimented with a lot of the technologies that Pendo now automates for everyone.
Yeah, these are like as a product person, you know, a user has to do X, Y, and Z in the first 10 minutes to increase their lifetime value by 5X.
Something like that, exactly. Dude, every product has a key set of features that, you know, if people get to those fast, they're more likely to, well, either convert to a paying customer and or stay a happy customer and ultimately renew and generate a ton of lifetime value. Exactly.
Yep, that makes great sense. Now, I understand the connection to Rally. You mentioned 6 Sense though as well. What was your role there? Were you one of the founders?
I founded 6 Sense, and then we sold 6 Sense to Rally.
Got it. So 6 Sense, even though on its website right now it's still standalone, it's actually owned by Rally. Rally is now public.
Actually, a different company than that company. It was 6th Sense.
Okay, that's why I was confused.
That's now provides Rally's reporting engine, essentially.
Got it. Not the URL, the number 6sense.com.
You got it.
Okay, got it. My fault there. All right, so you launched the company. Talk to me more about kind of the first few years. So I always ask this question. It's usually embarrassing. Do you remember what your first year revenue was?
Like the first year we're in business?
At Pendo, yeah.
Zero. I can remember easily.
You just remember spending a bunch of money to build the thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's super, super simple. It's a 0 year 1, 0 year 2, and then we started making some the next. So, and then that number was a lot larger than 0.
That's good. What did you, for people listening right now, thinking about jumping in and kind of doing their own thing, help them understand the kind of the upfront risk you took. So how much did you invest into building this thing before you saw your first dollar in revenue?
I mean, we invested a couple $1 million, and well, not quite a couple million. I'd say $1 million, like $1.25 million we invested into the business to start generating revenue, somewhere in that range.
And who's we, the founders?
Yeah, I mean, we raised some seed capital as well. So, you know, we have seed investors. They're great. We've
what was your seed round?
We did about $1 million seed. Oh, you know, if you're talking about personal investment, yeah, I mean, I was part of that seed round as well.
Okay.
But we took an initial $1 million seed round, and of course, there's always the sweat, right? You know, you don't make the same salaries you're working at a publicly traded company at a startup, right? So everyone's sacrificing a bit.
Yep. That was I guess that was 2013. So convertible notes, I don't know if they were sexy back then. Was that a convertible note or was that a price equity round?
It was a convertible note.
It was $1 million convertible note in 2013. That's rare.
It was, we closed it on December 24th, and everyone told me that no one closes deals between Thanksgiving and New Year's, but yeah, we did.
Come on, there's no better forcing function in deals like this than Christmas. No one wants to be thinking about this on Christmas morning, right?
I don't think so, but yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, very cool. So you put in $1 million, and then you found it obviously back in 2013. Fast forward to today, how much total have you raised?
31 million.
And I usually hate that question because that talks nothing in terms of profitability or things like that. But you raised 31 million. What's your team size at to date?
76 people.
All there in the research triangle?
All but 2.
Oh wow. Okay, good. So all but 2. And then, okay, good. And then walk us through. So you mentioned some of the companies currently using you guys, and I think based on my research I've got in front of me, you have other companies like Invaka and Trendkite and Acton, companies like this as well, right?
You got it.
Are these your kind of your average customers, or are these part of your top tier cohort or bottom tier cohort, etc.?
All of our customers are top tier. So, I don't like to think of people as average, not average, right? So we love them all.
Let me re-ask that question in a way that'll allow you to answer kind of what I was getting at. A lot of companies, when they look at their customers, they'll split them into different cohorts based off team sizes or things like that. So these specific customers, are these representative of your entire customer base?
They're good. Those are good folks that are kind of some of our medium customers, I think, in terms of size. I mean, we also have companies like on our website. We have Infor listed. That's a $1 billion software company. So, they're in the larger tier of customers. So,
and then I don't want to get into specific different cohorts and different pricing plans and all that stuff. But in general, on average, what's a customer paying you per month?
Average amount customers paying us per month is over $2,000 a month.
Okay. So, I mean, you would say mid-market to enterprise then, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think, it depends on your definition of enterprise. I mean, you talk to a sales rep from Oracle and ask them an enterprise deal, it'll typically be in the millions. But so we're not in the millions. I'm just putting it out there, but we do have some larger customers. Yeah.
And coach us up real quick for people listening right now who have SaaS companies that are maybe much smaller than where you're at, but they're looking to drive expansion revenue. What are some of the triggers you're pulling to drive expansion revenue?
Yeah, so we typically land on a single product, and we expand when they put us on another product. So take a company like an Infor. We may start with a couple products, then the product managers with products will go to their peers and say, "Hey, check this out. We really like it." And then we put on another couple products and another couple products, and that's been our primary way in which we expand.
Is adding additional products to the same plan? That's how you're increasing prices over time.
Yes, correct. I mean, we also have tiered pricing based on features, but that's less common, I would say, than just adding new products.
Well, I always ask this question because I see two patterns. Some people are great at driving expansion revenue based off things like team size, and others are just killing driving upsell revenue by additional products selling into the same base. It sounds like your main driver are additional product lines into the same base versus seat expansion.
Exactly. I mean, early on, we were selling to product managers, and we knew that there were some companies had very few product managers, some had a lot of product managers. So seat pricing just didn't make sense for us.
Yep.
Because, we don't want to be predicated on whether a company has a lot of product managers or not. So, at the end of the day, your pricing should align with the value you deliver. And we know that if we add another product, we're adding more value because we're helping that product, right? So, seat pricing, the other thing you got to be thinking about is whether people share seats and are providing incentives for that. So, at the end of the day, a product's a product. And we also charge based on the number of monthly active users one of our customers have. So sometimes we get an organic upsell just on base that, let's say we're working with a customer and they doubled their user base. I'm not going to say that doubles the Pendo cost, but price will probably go up. But, the way I look at it is, if we're doing our job and we're helping you create great features and we're making the experience better, then your number of users should go up, and we should share in that success, right? Yeah. We're all aligned on the same thing, making each other grow.
And it's Q1 here in 2017. How many current customers are you working with?
We are working with a little over 200.
Okay, 200. Got it. And these, as you kind of expand and continue into 2017, is there a specific kind of target market you're going at in terms of kinds of product lines that people are serving, or kinds of product managers, or is this really totally open? Any kind of product? Online.
Any sort of software product, online. Yeah, any web-based software product we can sell to.
Yep, great. And then take us through some of the other kind of important things in a SaaS business. So churn. Has anyone left you guys?
Of course. Yeah, I don't think you have a company if someone hasn't left you.
No, not at all.
No. Generally speaking, I think when you start a company, you sign a few customers, and they're not always the best customers. Churn as a percentage of overall revenue is very, very small, under 5%. So.
Okay, and that's annually or monthly?
That is annually, yeah.
Annually, okay. So are you guys, something you're focused on? Is this important to you to getting to net negative revenue churn with expansion, or is that not something you guys are focused on?
We have net negative.
You are net negative.
Our
okay.
net. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Our net numbers are in the 140 range. So north of 130.
Explain that, Todd, for people that don't understand net negative.
What that means is when you're looking at net retention, what you're doing is you're accounting for the expansion and the churn in the same number. So what that means is we're growing our, I like the bucket metaphor. Let's have a bucket, which is existing revenue. It's growing at 30%. I think it's a quarterly number. Even if you account for the stuff that's leaking out the bottom.
Yep.
So just organically, it's growing by 30%, which is pretty good.
You said 140 net retention or 130?
I said over 130 and 140.
Got it.
I was probably balanced my number. It is over 140. I was being a little conservative.
I want to tie it back just to make sure folks get that lesson. It's an important one. You're basically, even if the bucket's leaking, it's still growing by 130% year over year or quarter over quarter, whatever it is.
Yep, you got it.
Awesome, good stuff. And then, what about acquisition cost? Are you spending a lot of money on paid acquisition or no?
I mean, we have a sales team, so by definition, we are spending money on it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think our CAC to LTV ratios are healthy right now. I mean, when you're looking at that, you got to be careful looking at numbers too early in the business, but our CAC payback is right around 12 months. So.
Okay, right around 12 months. And at a $2,000 ARPU, what? So you're willing to spend up to about 24 grand on acquisition?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Very cool. And where are you guys? You said you're all based in down there in Raleigh. Any expansion plans, West Coast, Europe, anything like that?
We're looking at it. I mean, there's no question that having a presence in the West Coast would be beneficial. So we're evaluating it now.
Awesome. Good stuff. And then can I do the math? Can I take 200 customers times an ARPU of about two grand? Assume you're doing somewhere around $500,000 in MRR.
You can do whatever math you want, man. So I'm not telling you what to do. So no, I'm not going to quote revenue live or publicly or comment on it, but you're welcome to do the math you want to do.
Got it. I want to. The reason that's important, I think, is because it helps folks understand if they should be thinking about net revenue, or if they're around your size, or if they shouldn't be thinking about net revenue, or if they should be using your product based off ARPU, or shouldn't be using the product based off ARPU. So I appreciate you being transparent, man. Okay, Top Tribe, as many of you know, I sold Heyo, and everyone is always asking me what my expenses were when I was building Heyo. Well, a big expense was that I spent over $3 grand per month on financial services to keep me out of trouble in terms of taxes. My mom would always harbor me, Nathan, you gotta keep all your receipts and put them in a freaking box or something to make sure you don't get an audit or things like this. I'm like, Mom, I'm a millennial. You think I'm gonna keep all these receipts? I now use FreshBooks. I use their mobile app to take a picture of receipts, and it makes taxes a cinch. Additionally, I don't have to hire a $3,000 per month person to manage all my finances. It's like saving so much money, and my mom's happy. Additionally, I don't waste a bunch of time creating invoices. I use their templates, and I can avoid using Word templates or Excel files. I just use FreshBooks to quickly send out invoices, and it works like a charm. To get your free first month, go to nathanlatka.com/FreshBooks and enter the top in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Again, go to nathanlatka.com/FreshBooks and enter the top in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Great. Todd, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. These are super easy questions compared to the other ones I've thrown at you. So number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Good to Great.
And you're a Jim Collins fan, huh?
Yeah, big Jim Collins fan. Love him.
All right. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Aaron Levy.
Number 3, is there besides your own, is there a favorite online tool you have, like HostGator?
Well, not HostGator. I don't know that one. Favorite online tool? I've been playing around with 15.5. Love it.
What do they do?
They do performance management, kind of SaaS reporting, things like that.
Interesting.
Very cool.
All right, good. Number 4, yes or no, do you get 8 hours of sleep every night?
No, of course not.
Good answer. Just your voice inclination was great on that. All right, so no on the 8 hours of sleep. And what's your situation, Todd? Married, single, you have kids?
Married with a bunch of kids.
I ask that all the time because I get parents always go, Nathan, we can't start our own company because we have kids and we have no time. So it's helpful when people understand other people are doing it with kids.
I have a 7-week-old, a 20-year-old, a 9-year-old.
You have a 7-week-old right now?
Yep, you got it, man.
You're an animal. All right, so married, 4 kids. And how old are you, Todd?
41.
All right, last question. Take us back 21 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
I wish I knew that I knew more at 21 than I thought I knew.
Wait, say that again. What you would have? I'm very confused.
I think I lacked confidence at 21 because I didn't realize that I actually knew more than I actually was pretty decent at 21. I wish I knew that at 21.
Top Tribe, there you have it from Todd Olson. He wishes he was more confident at 21, more confident in what he was doing and what he was focused on. Again, he was leading product at Rally Software before he was founder of 6 Sense, which went into Rally Software. Rally Software then went public. One of the things Todd learned at Rally was there were some key things that you had to get folks to do in the product to make them sticky. He realized this was a big problem. 2013 launched Pendo to help solve this problem. Now serving over 200 customers with an average ARPU a monthly of around $2,000. 76 people based mostly in Raleigh, again, focused on solving this problem for people. Again, $31 million raised. Todd, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thank you, Nathan.
If you enjoyed Todd today, go back and listen to Sahil Arora yesterday. He started his company when he was 16 years old, and now he's 18, doing $17K in monthly recurring revenue, helping you put your ads inside of taxis in India. He's doing this via a major partnership with Uber. Top Tribe, I love giving away free money. I feel like Oprah giving away cars, and I have something special for you today. How many of you have heard our super sharp guests talk about success they've had with Facebook and Google Ads? Well, all of you listening right now, yes, if you're listening, you get $100 in free AdWords. Here's how you get it, okay? Again, thanks for listening. Get the free $100 from Google right when you sign up with my website host provider, HostGator. Go sign up now to get your free money. HostGator.com/Nathan. Again, that's HostGator.com/Nathan. Okay, Top Tribe, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. And don't forget, before you listen to any other episodes, subscribe on iTunes right now for your chance to win $100 every Monday.